Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Ninny Maria. Honestly, I wanted to say this for a long time and I'm speechless. Today I'm going to show you an IKEA hack I had with my kids' IKEA bonsai wardrobe. Recently I replaced it with a bigger one. So I thought it will be more fair if I repurpose it for them itself. So that is how I thought of making a kids play market, which they have been asking for a long time. And the color palette I choose for this project is white and coastal blue, and the finish of white is a little satin kind of finish, and I went for a chalky finish blue color since I'm planning to place this in my garden, and the region where I live in is a kind of sunny throughout the year, so I didn't want to have too much shiny surface which is gonna reflect too much of light. And I did also choose aged copper spray paint, a little bit here and there for that little vintage kind of touch and for a little glow. So let's see how I did it. I got this wardrobe from IKEA for a really good price on sale, and the only thing which I had to tackle was the pink color, and I painted the exterior white to match it with my kids' bedroom. So this is how it is now. First I took off both the doors and I started by painting white inside, and I had to go for 2 coats to get a good coverage. Then I started painting the back of my wardrobe in a coastal blue color, where I got pretty good coverage in the first coat itself. Then I decided to make a cutout on the back piece, which is going to be the front of my market from now onwards. And I really wanted to have an opening like this. And the next was to have the countertops, and for that I used the shelves which was coming along with the wardrobe itself, and actually I painted it in white first, and later I realized the texture left by the paint is not that great for kids. It was a sticky kind of texture which I really didn't like, so I used contact paper over it, which I already had. Now it's smooth for the little hands and wipeable. So I placed one of these shelves in such a way that half of the shelf is gonna project out of the wardrobe to get the realistic feel of those food stalls we find in the streets. And I also attached those stoppers coming along with the wardrobe to lock the shelf in place. And I have placed the second shelf just below the projected one so that I can use this as a billing counter. And of course I found a purpose for this hanging rod, which is also coming along with the wardrobe. I love this vintage kind of look, so for that I used an aged copper spray paint. And I think you got what I am up to. I wanted to recreate that old sweet shop kind of look, where those beautiful glass jars were placed behind these roads. And this is an additional shelf I added from IKEA to the bottom of my wardrobe for more display purpose. And for me, adding this beautiful canopy was the most exciting part to complete the perfect market look. And I used this wall shelf brackets, which is also from IKEA, to make the frame of my canopy, which I also painted blue as you see. I find the pronunciation of the IKEA words really hard, so I'll be linking everything I have been using for this project in the description box below. And as I fixed it in the wrong way. But it's okay. It happens. Let's fix it. Then we were really impatient to find a perfect corner for our market to be lived in. And for the canopy, I used this pillow cover which I already had, and I loved that little pop of colors. And I used the insert of the pillow which was in yellow color for the sides of my canopy, which I pinned it to see few trial and errors. Then I glued it with fabric glue. And feel free to add a crossbar to the canopy frame as you prefer. And I used this Nylon Magic double-sided tape to keep my canopy in place. I preferred this because I wanted my canopy to be removable, but you can opt for a nail instead. And I also attached the other side of the tape to the fabric. And how about screwing these cup hooks for little hangings? And I also retained this battery operated lights which was attached to this wardrobe before itself. Now the market can be opened until late evenings. And now it's time to add a name board to our market. And for that I used this frame from IKEA again. And spray painted it in the same color which I used for the hanger rod. And here is our neighborhood, farmers market. And stick it to the side wall of my market with a double-sided tape. And I also did attach this IKEA spice rack I already had and whitewashed to the wall behind the market. You know, my project is incomplete without a terrace garden. Little green will make life more pleasant, isn't it? Come on, let's stock up our market. And a little styling. Hope you all enjoyed my play market. So if you like my work, please give me a thumbs up, comment and subscribe. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Can I have some oranges and bananas?
Here.
Okay. Can I take it?
Yes.
Thank you. How much is it?
100. 100.
Oh, thank you. It's 100?
Yes.
Here it is.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.